Rob Hunter, a great win in the LV Cup. Hard work in the end. It took a while, but you got there in the end.
Yeah, it was tough. It was a really physical game, and both sides obviously coping with a bit of wind again. But yeah, we got there in the end and got the win again. And this time of year, it's just important that we get back into that winning sort of habit. Get plenty of guys on the pitch, and also give the opportunity to some of those young guys to make their first starts, and for one or two come off the bench for the first time.
All week you've talked about you're going to utilise the squad to the max. You saw a lot of experienced guys out there today getting good game time, but also the youngsters coming through, and I think 3 of them making first starts today really stood up.
Yeah, really good for us. I mean, we need that competition for places. We also need to make sure we're fresh going into the next couple of weeks. You've got a tough game away next week, and then obviously a really tough February. So it's about getting all of the squad into a good place for that month. But also, it's a competition, and like all the time when you're in our shirt, be it Heineken or anything, we want to do well in it. So we've got a good win there. I think the other results have probably been quite kind to us. Make sure we're well in this competition. We'll look to go to Worcester next week strong and get after it.
It's important to build momentum, isn't it, at any time? But 2 wins on the bounce now against tough Welsh opposition is always pleasing.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, we've played well in the previous 8 weeks and not got the results. And actually, it's just important to get a little bit of momentum going. There's some noticeably good stuff. Our set piece stood up really well. Nice having Luke Cowan-Dickey sort of back after a few injuries pre-Christmas, getting back in the fold. Lloyd Fairbrother standing up, his first start at tight head, so that's really good for us, and very much it's actually just quite nice. It's been just as easy to turn that game into a total bun fight, really, and whilst we're not happy to give away some of the scores that we did, it's good to be banging in some tries and putting pressure on the opposition.
Over the last 2 seasons we've seen the LV be used to develop young players, and some of those boys are playing for the Saxons this afternoon, potentially for England next week in Jack Knoll, but today, as we said, the young boys have come through and they've put their hand up.
It's a different position to be in. It's an awesome one in that actually we're going to nip back next door and see 4 lads in the Saxons, as you say, Tom and Jack next week in the frame to go to France. Actually, that's kind of a nice happy place to be, to have lads away. It's you hear a lot of clubs complaining about guys being away and woe is us in the squad. We love it. The more that we can get guys up into those squads, get them away, it's a great thing for them and a great thing for the club. And then the more we can see the Sam Simmons and the Maxes and the Jacks coming off the bench, then the better for us.
As someone who worked with the England 20s, have you seen the production line in full flow now, being with the club?
Yeah, well, I mean, I've known the lads here obviously for quite a while, but it's nice. It's not just those guys in a way. I cast an eye at that Saxons team and see lads who've come through that programme in the last 3 or 4 years, and it's great. It's kind of proud to be involved with them. We're a really good bunch of lads, and next week in France, the first team will reflect that as well. I think it's a great way for English rugby to go. The clubs are doing a great job in bringing young English players through, and I'm just happy that we've got a slice of that cake.
And for next week, as you say, big opportunity for the Chiefs at Worcester, and potentially another big win there, and we could be looking at semi-final place.
Yeah, we've got to enjoy this one. We've just said to the lads, there's stuff we've got to work on, but that's what Monday to Friday's for. We'll work on that next week. Right now, we're just going to enjoy the winning habit again, putting 2 games back to back in. Some stuff to work on, some good things, and then we'll focus on Worcester. Going there will be a tough game. They're starting to pick up. They'll be strong at home, and obviously everybody wants to bounce into the Premiership well.